I'm Dave, and this is Alaskan Homesteading. We are taking a little break from all the homestead toil and doing a little hike today. We're out in Hatcher Pass, just kind of north of Palmer, and we're going to do the Reed Lakes Trail. It's a climb, it's probably a couple thousand feet and 8 miles round trip up that way. And Hatcher Pass is one of the best places here, I think. Just absolutely gorgeous, stunning mountain views everywhere you look. The parking lot here at the Reed Lakes Trailhead leaves a little something to be desired. You really do need a high clearance 4x4 to come back here and park. It's pretty rocky. Anyhow, we're going to go ahead and get started. Useful information. Some stuff about the mint hut being closed. Really couldn't ask for better weather than this. It's too early for it yet, but there's a ton of blueberries up here in Hatcher Pass. It's one of the things that I love about this place so much, is that you can just harvest as many blueberries and crowberries as you can stand. And fireweed, petals, and everything else. There's a lot that it has to offer. But here at July 21st, it's a little early. The blues are not blue yet, but soon. This trail really is pretty nice. It's the beginning of it, at least, is easy walking. A few little minor water crossings, but nothing that would even go above your ankles. And the views the whole time you're walking along here are just awesome. This is a first for me. They did some erosion control here using what appears to be a log as a little culvert to divert water off the trail. I've never seen that before. It's wood. The non-motorized only sign, it's got to be like 12 feet tall. We get a lot of snow out here in Hatcher Pass. On our way up the mountain in the car, the temperature gauge for outside said it was 52 degrees. And here I am in this little base layer t-shirt, sweating. It's super warm, 52 degrees. Maybe it's gotten up to 60 over here, but only in Alaska do you feel this hot at such low temperatures. Way up there is a little waterfall, and the trail follows up through that little valley there, following Reed Creek. I guess it's about 1.5 miles from the trailhead. I guess we should go right. Now we're getting some nice views back down the valley we came from. Oh, what an incredible day. For those who like sport and recreational climbing, There's some routes bolted into the face of this big rock. It's a nice spot. And a couple mile hike to get here to the crag, as they say, but really beautiful spot. I mean, if you're up there on that wall, your views are over here, and it is just awesome. After the falls, the trail starts to get pretty rocky, leading up to, I don't know if, I think the Boulder Field that everybody talks about on this trail is actually between the lower and upper lake, but this area certainly starts to look like a Boulder Field. Get to a nice big flat area along the trail here after the falls and after those steep rocky sections, and then we're going to be going up through that little gap there. There's some people up there coming down. Unless I'm mistaken, we just did the Boulder Field. Certainly a Boulder Field. You have to cross right down there. You can see that sort of tan section on the rocks where all the dirt on people's shoes is rubbed off. It's not that bad, really. Just have to go slow, pick your way. All the water rushing under the rocks is really kind of cool. Every once in a while you can see a little splash come out. What a neat place. Word to the wise, crossing this section, try not to get your boots wet, because these rocks will get pretty slippery.
Dirt on the rocks.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not saying I'm going the correct way.
Seems logical. And once you get up past the boulder fields, or those first couple of boulder fields, I don't know if there's more, you get to this nice little pass. Just a beautiful little notch with super clear water running through it. And just more spectacular views. This is an awesome hike. Just a little ways past that little camping area at Reed Creek. Short, steep climb. It feels so hot here out in the sun. The breeze is nice. We'll definitely have to come back and do this trail again in the fall. It'll be totally different with all the different colors as the plants change and get ready for winter. I believe we're about to reach the lower lake. Right over this little ridge. Yes.
It's like being in Colorado.
Yeah. Gosh, that's beautiful. Oh. This is why people choose to live in Alaska. These places are just incredible. Well, we're in the final stretch, headed up from Lower Reed Lake, up past that waterfall behind me, and then around the corner to Upper Reed Lake. Absolutely fantastic. Beautiful day, beautiful hike. Perfect. Ne coûtait pas l'appel du vide. Final approach to the Upper Reed Lake. Pretty sure it's in that bowl up there, just over that little peak. We have arrived at Upper Reed Lake. It is about 1 in the afternoon. I forget, I think we left the parking lot right around 9. So 4 hours to go 4 miles with some dawdling and all that stuff. What a beautiful spot. We've had our lunch and a nice little rest, and now it's time to leave Upper Reed Lake. As beautiful as it is, it's 1:30 in the afternoon, and it's time to head down. So it's probably going to take us a couple or a few hours to get back to the car. The berries aren't ready yet, but if you look out here at this really rich dark green pattern with those little sort of humps in there, that is how you can find crowberry, also known as mossberry, with the scientific name Empetrum nigrum. It's so-called superfood. You can maybe hear my air quotes there, but it is really high in antioxidants, and it's been a traditional food of the Alaska Native peoples for centuries. But you can always tell, looking out at the mountains, with this dark green and that sort of lumpy, bumpy formation. It's a mounding perennial, and they make those little white flowers that I showed in another little clip. You can see some of those white flowers in here. And we're back to that kind of big camping area at the Reed Creek, where it's kind of wide and flat and open. And we got to make our way back across the creek and then back down to the Boulder Field. Making good progress going back down, a little faster. It's almost always faster going down. It almost looks like a great spot for a swim, but that is some really cold water, colder than I'd want to get into anyway. Some people might like it. I wanted to make a note of this because we took one way going up and a different way coming down. If you go to the right, you're going to go a little bit longer distance, but it's switchbacks and a little easier. You can go left here, it'll take you to the same place, but it's steeper and more direct. So, dealer's choice, you pick which way you want to go, but those are the differences. Well, it's 4:30. We just got back to the parking lot. It's a pretty long hike. Very rewarding though. I definitely recommend it if you're in shape to do the 2,600 feet of elevation and the 8 to 9 miles round trip. It's definitely worth it. Even if you only go part way and go to the lower Reed Lake, that's still absolutely fantastic and worth the hike. Well, that's going to wrap it up for our Reed Lakes hike. Thank you so much for joining us on this trip. I hope that you had fun watching it. We certainly had fun hiking it. It was a really beautiful day out here, and I couldn't ask for better weather and everything. It was just awesome. So thanks so much for watching, and subscribe if you want to see more. We'll see you next time.